My name is Keith Carlock. I'm from Owensboro, Kentucky, and I've had these ideas since I believe around the New Year, winter of 1992. And the projects is when I came upon these ideas, and these ideas are the discovery of the inverse relationship between invisibility and holodecks. And I don't have the original anymore, but this is a copy of one of the diagrams, the earliest surviving diagram that I had, dated 1995. I used to call it the invisible cell. It would have an invisible exterior, and this is a breakaway view. It would have a smaller sphere with the same amount of pixels, 3D picture elements, but on a smaller scale inside. And this is where I'll try to prove in different ways, a high-tech and a low-tech way, the inverse relationship between invisibility and holodecks. If you compare this image to this cross-section image, and with exaggerated 3D pixels, then you can see how light would come through, and go out the same direction, in the same trajectory that it came in at, if you concentrated the volume of space, if the object, whatever object you want to put in this area in, and have wires connecting these outside 3D picture elements and inside 3D picture elements. Out here would be the invisible effect. In here would be the holodeck effect. And the holodeck is a byproduct of an object being made invisible. And I'll show another example. This is a cube. And again, the interface is the same shape as the object that you want to make invisible, but in a concentrated form. And it has to have wiring to connect it, optical electronic wiring to connect the 3D pixels to their counterpart 3D pixels in the interior. And out here would be light coming through as if the object wasn't there, and producing a byproduct holodeck inside this light interface, which is a smaller cube inside. And I even made it's falling apart in recent years, but I made a model of this cube within a cube. That would be the interface. That would be the holodeck interface. This is the interface, and this is the outside cube. And this shows invisibility without my interface concept. I call it a one-to-many scenario scheme, wiring scheme. And right here is a one-to-one wiring correspondence from the outside 3D pixel to the inside 3D pixel. And it would reproduce the one-to-many wiring scheme in a web of light as it makes its way through the object. And these are the cube models. And now I'll go on to portals. And all this is low-tech or is high-tech invisibility. The outside boundary, the spherical boundary of this portal, would be invisible, and the interior would be a holodeck of like a distant city on a bay. And this is out in the ocean, a stormy ocean somewhere. These are all paint shop productions. This is another image of a portal next to the Golden Gate Bridge. And it's invisible outside while it's producing a holodeck. And this is down my street in this inside holodeck chamber. And you need 3 chambers to produce telepresence with another televisual portal somewhere else, wherever this is being produced at, televised from. This shows shows the mirror world topology, is what I call it, where you cycle through these different chambers, these holodeck chambers, cloaking and holodeck chambers, to produce a real person and their virtual counterparts in each other's portal, holodeck chamber in their portal. And this is a image displaying a portal in a forest. This is another image of the mirror world topology. This shows Televisual Portal 1, Televisual Portal 2 from the outside in Portal 1, and from her holodeck in Portal 2. And it could be a change of seasons too, it doesn't matter. You can still display different recorded versions of the past in these televisual portals, which I liken to a Las Vegas sphere with its full properties used. And this is a low-tech proof of invisibility, photographic invisibility, and photographic holodeck. And you follow this conversion process, this diagram up here. I call this a lenticular box, although it's not lenticular, it's the predecessor technology of weaving images into each other to create a low-tech photographic invisibility and a low-tech photographic holodeck using the same images you use for both, copied twice and inverted through this conversion of the louvers at each adjacent edge of these corners. I've experimented with making my own holodeck at one time. This is louvers of a image angle of the downtown riverfront from my hometown. This is me beside one of the finished sections of this low-tech holodeck, photographic holodeck. This is another section of the low-tech holodeck. Another section. I gave up on it because it was too expensive for me. And you can create your own holodeck of like a Christmas scene with 26 viewing angles instead of the 18 that I showed in the previous pictures. And the X's are the corner angle views, and the straight lines, grids, are the edge and faces of these holodecks, low-tech photographic holodecks. And this is my idea of a photographic portal with the past, present, future, and two pseudo-corresponding photographic portals next to each other. Not next to each other, but one having the cloak of the other's holodeck, and one having the cloak of the other's holodeck. Or one having the holodeck of the other's cloak, and one having the holodeck of the other's cloak. I think I explained that right. And I think I'm doing this out of order, but this is a image of a invisible cell, which I liken to the Las Vegas sphere. This is the outside, which would be invisible. This is the interior holodeck, and the interface, which is the concentrated form of the object to make invisible. And lastly, I want to show you this, this is the let me see if I can get this right. This is dual adaptive camouflage, and it's you can use the same principles that you make a portal from to create a invisibility suit with appendages that move in real time with the body inside the suit. And the suit has to be rigid. It can't be flimsy like a Harry Potter invisibility cloak. has to be rigid like a suit of armor to maintain the paths of light going in and coming out. And there has to be a puppet interface employed. A puppet interface. And it's adaptable to itself as well as its outside environment. And the suit is also considered the outside part of the environment. And that's the reason I call it dual adaptive instead of just adaptive camouflage. Because it's dual adaptive to itself, its own interface, puppet interface, and its outside environment. And these are some other images of an invisible suit. According to me, that's the puppet interface inside the hump on the back of the suit. And this is a cross-section cutaway view of the puppet interface inside the suit. And I guess that's about it. I hope my ideas interest people. Thanks a lot.